Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Today, there's going to be a pair of wide receivers looking to make big plays on the field. It's Matthews' Bills going up against Amari Cooper's Raiders. With that, it's time to hook up with our commentators in the booth as we turn it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Bay Area as we welcome you to Oakland, California. A short time ago, the NFL's Defensive Player of the Year for 2016, Khalil Mack, getting the folks in silver and black in full roar as his guys get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. And we say hi again, one and all. Brandon Gaudin here as we count you down to kickoff, and I turn to my partner, that's Charles Davis. And Charles, I know even a former defensive back like you can admire some of the receivers in the game today, and Larry showed us a couple that are very likely to stand out in this one.
Yeah, and it's hard for me to admit that I actually admire receivers, but with their acrobatics, with their speed, with their moxie, and the way they go up and get the football, they can change the outcome of a game in an instant.
Stephen Hauschka now about set to get this one started. And off we go from Oakland. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. Derek Carr, he'll be the one leading the troops. Pro Bowl quarterback in his fourth year now out of Fresno State.
And I remember when he was a prospect coming out of college and people were wondering about different parts of his game. What all came together nicely in 2016. Had the Raiders at 11-3, had them thinking Super Bowl before an injury finished his season. They're counting on him to take them to new heights.
A first carry now for Marshawn Lynch. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. A look now at the Oakland offense.
What I've always liked about Michael Crabtree has been one word: strength. Strength in route running, strength in body, strength of hands. If that ball gets near him, it's hard to get it away from him, hard to dislodge it. And I think that that's why he's starting to have more and more success in the NFL. If he's even close to being open, he comes down with the football.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. And now a first down following that long gain. Now a play fake here on first down. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Lynch running the counter. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
So not much to speak of scoring-wise in this first quarter of play. 0-0 our score. And we're back to Oakland after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you and you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here. On 3rd down, they go Lynch. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. And eventually brought down, but it's near the 5 at the 6. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far in the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Carr gives to Lynch on the draw. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. To throw on second down. Carr. This will be caught at about the 6. And a stoppage here. A timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. From the 5-yard line, will this opening drive yield 6? This is 3rd and goal. Working from the gun, it's Carr, and that is incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
So on 4th down, off goes Carr, and on is Sebastian Janikowski. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through, and the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
Now after the made field goal, here's Sebastian Janikowski to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Yeah, the man under center for the Bills, Tyrod Taylor, brings him out. And new coach Sean McDermott, Charles, maybe opened a little bit of a can of worms after Game 2 in the preseason, saying he was going to evaluate everything. Could that also mean the quarterback position?
Well, if you say everything, that has to mean the quarterback position, even though he did go out of his way to say how much confidence he has in Tyrod Taylor and his ability to run the offense. And remember, Sean McDermott's a former defensive coordinator. What confounds defensive coaches more than a quarterback who's mobile and can run? That's why Tyrod Taylor will probably get every opportunity to be the quarterback. But guess what? The Nathan Peterman train, it is already on the tracks.
They'll start on the ground with McCoy. And he powers his way up past the 30. Now before the second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. See if they stay on the ground for second down. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Left side, caught by Matthews. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just they move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. And Matthews over the middle with a grab. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes the timeout, and now we're set to get going. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jihad Ward in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Now Taylor to throw on second down. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play, as we'll get a timeout, as they stop him with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. run with a backup. This is Williams. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth. So we've reached halftime here in Oakland with the Raiders on top. As we send you across the country to Orlando, standing by there, Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. Both the Raiders and the Bills are not doing much on the ground, and it's easy to see why that would play into this low-scoring game. We'll have to see if either team gets it going on the ground in the second half. All right, let's get it going. Here's the first half highlights. Raiders taking the field for their opening drive. Carr to the air. He finds his big tight end, Jared Cook. And he'll eventually be brought down, but not before getting to the 47-yard line. Later on the drive, they'd stall out and settle for a field goal. Now 1st and 10. Ward's got the sack here. This ends up as a huge loss in yardage. That'll do it for us here at EA Sports Studios. Let's get back out to Brandon and Charles for the call of the second half. Brandon.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Here's Walter Powell on the return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. A fake to McCoy. Now it's Taylor. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Jordan Matthews, the one he was looking for. And it's second down. Second and 10 now. It's Taylor. He's got his running back, LaShawn McCoy. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That good for 19 and a first down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it second and short.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
Taylor will throw again toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Matthews, the intended target, and it's third and short.
They always say that real estate is about location. Well, guess what? When it's a slant route, the quick ones, Timing, timing, timing. You got to be able to lead your man with the football.
And the timing off right there, threw it behind him. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion.
Here we go.
They'll try and run for it with McCoy. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. Here's Colton Schmidt now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Carr now on first down. Caught left side to Crabtree. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in the East Bay. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. On the carry, it's Lynch. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. They run again on first down, Lynch. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. Second down following the run. This is Lynch. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense.
Extra DB on the field for the Bills here on third down.
Yeah, maybe thinking pass. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. And a loss of 3 to bring up fourth. Oh, that play was doomed right from the start.
He just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
Here's Marquette King now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll look to throw. Left side here, caught by Clay. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. He's back to throw. He's got the hook up to Andre Holmes. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. And with just over 40 seconds now remaining, he gets up and spikes it. So 2nd and 10 here. He'll look to throw. And Matthews makes the grab. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down. And there's the spike. It stops the clock at 22 seconds remaining. And on 2nd and 10 now. Now it's Taylor. Over the middle and caught by the tight end Clay. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Taylor to his big tight end Clay for the Buffalo first. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. He was looking for Matthews that time, and that takes us from second to third down.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the fourth quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down.
Let's go.
One last shot for Taylor. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, Charles, a pretty exhilarating finish to the end of this ball game. At the end, the Hail Mary prayers, though, they went unanswered. Could have won it, but couldn't get it done.
Almost felt schoolyard or playground, didn't it? Yeah, you remember when you called that play? Everybody just go long and try and find someone open. They gave it a shot, but unable to successfully complete it.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Black Hole celebrates. The Raiders are winners here as we say so long from Oakland.